What's up, guys? Jez here from Whiskefy, and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV. These guys are pissing themselves laughing, and I'm not going to go into why. I might even leave it in, because it's absolutely amazing. In case you guys are wondering, it is episode 142. Now, as you guys have seen over the last few weeks, and from what it sounds like, you guys are absolutely loving it, I've brought the Fiends in for another cheeky episode. They have nothing better to do but let me entertain them for 45 minutes while you guys sit at home and do whatever you guys do best. So, let me bring it in. We'll kick it off with... he's gesturing towards Jimmy Seville. So, I'll bring in... the beautiful JC. Come on, my man. Come here. Can I tell you how much I love you? I missed that. Can you please tell me what happened today?
What happened today?
Oh, I don't know. I come out of work and there's like all this chat in the Discord. Everyone's calling you Jimmy Seville. I don't know.
It was fucking down being done.
That's fair. Well, I guess he won't get any of my 12-year-old knob. And then we're going to pour him a drink. But now I want to bring in the other beautiful half of the Whiskey Fiends. You see my shirt? I don't even tell people about my shirt. Whiskey Fiends, got everyone's head. It's got mine, Dell's, classic. Oh, it's JC down the bottom there. So
There we are.
There you are. There's Jacob, but bring on this fuckwit.
Yeah,
that's better. Yeah, thank you. Gloucester Lane. Doesn't even exist. It's not even a real place. He stepped over it this time. He didn't take out the production equipment.
What's that? No. That was him last time.
Sorry, welcome.
We're going to talk.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
You guys are here for one reason, as per the group chat today.
JC Knob. JC Knob.
JC Knob.
See what your mind is.
In the future.
Hello. You giving us something that we weren't expecting tonight? No?
Some KC.
KC. Knob Creek. Obviously, it's not available in Australia, but I had to jerk off a small village to get it here, and then I brought the bottle in. Yeah, that's a normal Monday at my place, let me tell you. I'm super happy to have this bottle here. And yeah, it's not really staying here. We'll get distributed to the troops and so on and so forth. So, let's crack this sucker open.
Their wax sucks.
Yeah, their wax does suck, but...
Crumbly as shit.
If it is... Oh.
It always does that. Like, it explodes as you rump it.
Actually, that... Well, I'd hoped for like 12 years old. I should open the bin. That was pretty impressive.
I mean, apart from that, I've never been before.
Yeah, no. Okay, that... Piss
They
poor.
always look bad when you've opened them.
Yeah, and then...
It's never even.
I think they need to fix that, because that's trash.
It's too
It's too waxy.
fragile?
Oh.
I don't know, what would you call it?
I don't know, but let's... My wrist cracked.
That was pretty good, yeah. And the other one was better, but that was
last week.
Oh, no. Last week's was incredible, but...
synthetic cork.
Synthetic cork.
Love a good synthetic.
Love to see it.
That we do. Gents, let's get some poured out, I guess, before... No,
Well, we don't have glasses to do anything.
That's why I was kind of gesturing to the people. Have you guys seen the new Jennifer Lilly glasses?
No.
Feel those suckers. These are batch 6s.
Where's yours? These feel heavy.
Right? Feel this.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I feel good. I mean,
No.
Yeah,
Well,
they
the
feel different.
base is girthier.
wonderful.
Yeah, it's a long boy.
Oh, it is too. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jennifer fucked up. He was like, he's got a couple of extra mils.
Yeah, well. Just don't dishwasher these, because
Well,
we know what happens when you do that, right?
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Please get it poured out, sir. He's going to pour some all over the floor. Actually, you did well. I'm proud of you.
Legit. That's not bad.
Why do we have 4 glasses? Is the crowd getting one tonight?
Oh no, we'd pour one for the Queen, but she's dead.
I thought we discussed that she was in Australia last night.
Oh, was she? What was JC's mum doing?
It'd be my grandma. I'm like 28. It'd be weird if she was mine.
Well, maybe she likes him young. Who knows? She's dead now, allegedly.
You know how birth works, right? Like,
Yeah.
You can't. You
I
can't
don't
be like
know.
60 and have a baby. It doesn't work.
Are you sure?
I mean, you could.
you could.
I mean, I'm not.
It's not
I'm not
like
sure that's
it's
how
not
it
common. It's not common.
I reckon my mum could. Jesus.
I'm not sure that's how.
Alright.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I should clean those glasses. This is what I
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that they're not very clean looking.
Yeah, you
Well,
took it
why
straight
do you-
out of the packaging and just fucking popped up Creek 12 in it.
It'll probably improve it at this point. No, we took those to Canberra, so it's probably got some
Residual.
residue.
I don't want to know.
What does it smell like? Fish people? That's probably Amber's. Because she's a fish person.
Just stop.
Anyway, in case you guys are wondering, you didn't guess by the labelling and the packaging and everything else involved, it is Knob Creek 12, 100 proof and 50%. Obviously, by Knob Creek 12, it is 12 years old. Not available in Australia, but you can buy it for anywhere between 60 to 120 bucks in the US. Depends what part of the country you go, which is fucking wild that it's 60. It's like double the price. Like state to state. Easy, Tiger. Easy. New Chart American Oak, 75% corn, 13% rye, and 12% malted barley.
I love they're not wanky like Buffalo Trace and actually saying it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. I had to do some research, but who knows? It's probably wrong, but I reckon there's... Somewhere else I saw it was like 77% corn, 13% rye, and 10% malted barley. But normally everyone stays between...
That's pretty standard.
Yeah, that's right. Considering...
Actually, 12 cents pretty high for that, isn't it?
No, it's pretty standard. Pretty standard, yeah. Because it normally lives around the 10 mark. So you're playing with an extra 2%. Obviously, they didn't want to go too heavy on the corn. But 12 years in oak. Whatever. Okay, so... Cheeky bit of info. You guys are loving this.
No, I'm just thinking.
So-
I'm trying to compare it in my head to.
And you guys, it's good for you guys to actually get a taste in before I kind of hook in, because you can give me a little bit of information as well. So in 2019, Knob Creek released this age-stated beast, pushing those now standard 9-year barrels. They used to be small batch, not age-stated, because they didn't have the inventory, and that was back in 2016. But I think 2019 they brought the age statement back online, and they were like, yeah, 9-year-old barrels. So next year.
Oh, is it now? Right.
Yeah. You're following. Catching
Yeah,
up.
I'm
You
following.
love
I'm
it.
getting there. I'm getting there.
And yeah, they basically took those 9-year-old barrels, pushed up an extra 3 years. That's quick maths for you.
Quick back.
And by doing that, it took second place at the Whiskey Advocates, 20 whiskies in 2020, top 20 whiskies in 2020. So many words. And it was just
really struggling, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I haven't even had a drink today yet, other than like small samples earlier. Oh, thank you, sir. See, this is problem solution. This is why he's the fucking man.
I really want to try this next to the Malted as well.
Yeah, I know. Well, I've got some on the floor, so we're good to go for another week. And yeah, they were beaten out by Larceny Barrel Proof, and like that's just amazing.
The Larceny Barrel.
Yeah, the Larceny Barrel Proof,
I
like
had a sample of it and it is delicious.
yeah, I loved it. It was like so much cherry and breadiness on there.
No, you sound wanky.
Oh. Oh, brioche. Sorry.
Sounded so much better.
Yeah. Where's my fucking dried goji berries at? This fucking guy.
They were there. They were fucking
No,
there.
they were not there. I had one of the guys at work go, do you know what a goji berry is? I'm like, I did because Jacob told me the other day. He's the only person in the world that knows about dried goji berries.
I say them all the time. They're great.
Of course you did.
They're
You fucking
rich in
box
antioxidants.
wanker. We didn't have those in the hood. We could barely afford electricity. And you're like, dried goji berries for breakfast. Fuck off. This fucking guy.
They did. They whatever. Yeah.
Here we go. Of course he did. Such a wanker. I'm sorry. All the shade I gave you today. That's, yeah, I'm sorry. I love you. Now, they achieved 95 points because obviously it rated highly coming in at number 2. We covered that. In April 2020, Beam announced that this bottling will remain a permanent line extension for their small batch collection that is part of Knob Creek, giving us a 9-year-old, the rye that is non-age stated unless you get a single barrel, then you select barrels, special releases, and now 12, 15, and now 18, which
18,
is
yeah,
very
15 last year.
interesting. But we don't know if that 18 is going to be part of the permanent line extension.
No. Or if it is,
And
it'll
we won't see
be a
it.
limited release.
Yeah, limited release, and there's only 4.
I mean, we don't see Knob Creek 12, so we're not
No,
sure if
that's
15.
100%.
We've
No.
only just got 9 this year.
Yeah, so maybe in like 12 years' time,
Yeah.
we might have enough stock to get Australia 2 bottles. Who knows? But yeah, that's permanent line extension, already versatile small batch collection, which covers like your bookers and everything else is basically permanent line extensions now anyway, because they bumped the bakers up to single barrel.
7 to 13.
Yep. They removed what was it? They basically changed what was it? That small batch stuff they're doing with the Tawny. Like allegedly they're not making it. Yeah, they've flipped it over to Legion at 47. I don't. Do you know what? Legion at 47 is cracker. But we're not here to talk about Legion. We are here for 100.
Finished bourbon just doesn't work. We'll leave it at that.
Here we go. JC's like sobbing because he loves his Michter's toasted barrel.
Thought he did.
You thought he
Thought
did.
he did.
He thought he did, then he got this plastic note on the rye and he's like, I'm out.
I swear it's your balls though. You do something weird to your balls and they all taste like bleach.
Sorry, that's a chloroforming drink.
Probably is.
Yeah,
Well, that would
probably.
make sense.
Yeah, well, ticking all those boxes. Now, gents, please,
On this.
help me into this. Like, I know you guys have been fucking with this for a minute, but like, heap of brown sugar on that nose. Like,
100%.
that is what I find with Knob Creek releases, especially at like their 9-year-old stuff.
Yep.
It's just brown sugar nose, and I'm like, I'm happy for that at 100 proof.
There's oak that. Like
Yeah,
the,
they're
Oh,
You got
actually,
100.
yeah,
Oh,
like for the 12 year comes through, like it's.
do we have, or can we get some standard knob poured
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's over there.
Well, it's the
Yeah.
no age statement one, yeah.
yeah. Well, okay, that'd be a good way to compare it because that's all I have here as well. Let's just get a funky.
This is gonna be like very Australia specific.
Yeah,
But I get this.
goji berry.
Here we go. Well, this could go anywhere.
I was gonna say
I get this wattle seed and
no.
fuck
you
off.
both. The pecan custard pies
Oh,
that
mate.
Woolworths used
Can
to
you
sell.
guys stand over there?
You,
Actually, I did this. I did this on an episode of Barstools and Bourbon. Please tell your story, and I'll refer to my story as we go through.
it's the pecan custard pies.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, I
They
got
had the
you.
vanilla. They had the
Yeah.
icing drizzle over the top.
Yeah.
The pecans.
Yeah, I've never bought one because I can't
How-
afford such luxuries.
They were like
But-
fucking $8.
$8
for a family one.
I
They were
got
cheap
one of
as
those in a
fuck.
night.
But
I
like,
go through
that's
one of
that's the
those
scent it
every
reminds me of. It's like it's not necessarily peanut, but it is nut that I'm getting. I'm not getting
Yeah.
that standard.
No,
peanut.
not that bean
Yeah,
nut.
like a pecan pie, I could do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's got that like that vanilla.
You're not
custard
stretching
in
I
the
like,
middle.
I like caramel underneath.
That brioche.
brioche. You just
The
add,
artisan brioche. Like,
That's fucking good.
what's your grain profile on your artisan brioche?
What is it? So this smells.
Oh, here we go. You've got this 15-year-old barrel in here because I was reading that when they were releasing that 9-year-old juice, they were putting anything up to 15 year down to 9 year. Yeah,
But that's this
so
is
that's non-age stated, so we're probably seeing anywhere between 6 to 9-year-old juice. Like I can't imagine they'd be putting anything younger in there.
this has like some weird spice on it that I'm not getting this.
yeah. I feel like the edge has just mellowed it out a little bit. Took the
Yeah.
spice off the bush.
Try it,
Yeah.
try it,
Oh, go. No, you go. No, we share at the same time.
because they're both under.
Yeah, 100 proof.
I know
And
that one.
that's what I thought would be a good.
It's got some spice in the back of the palate that this doesn't have. Like it's mellowed
That
out.
feels like a unrefined version.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Like just slightly younger juice. But I can see why they go crazy for the 12 year.
It's-
Like, who doesn't go crazy for
You can see the
12-year-old
colour
nose?
difference.
It's such a good. It's such a good nose.
Yeah, the nose is the best thing about this.
I hate you.
Thank you. I got a sigh out of you. I was fighting for some.
We were trying to ignore
Yeah.
it.
But
As
yeah,
a standard protocol now.
Nose
That-
is like everything you'd want. Like classic bourbon, caramel,
Yeah.
a little bit of vanilla. The oakiness comes through from the edge, and then there's a little bit of like nuttiness
yeah.
to it. But it's not like peanut. Like you said, it's more like a caramelized nut.
Pinot.
Yeah.
said Pinot.
I said peanut.
Pinot.
Peanut.
I don't know.
You've been pissing me all guys.
I don't know. It's just. And then it's palates, just like I said,
Asparagus.
It's got a bit of an acetone note on it, that like
Yeah.
some of ethanol.
Yeah.
But this one
Definitely young.
definitely does. So 50 ml bottles look so much better than the 700 ml.
Yeah. But even like the new 9-year bottle looks great compared to that.
Yeah, you're right. Like it's just slightly smaller, but everyone's meant to be running the standard 700 mils for like global.
Yeah.
By US, and then a lot of companies going to 700 now. After
Yeah.
the rule change.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, it's easier because why have 2 separate bottling runs? But it sounds like we're going to get bogged down in bottling run chat.
Almost like a
More back bottles too. But,
Yeah.
almost like a caramel popcorn.
yeah, I get. Yeah. Who would have thought that was going to be in there?
Yeah. But that's what I get. I'm like,
Yeah.
like it's there, sweet. Caramel comes through.
Mm.
I don't get the nuttiness on the palate as much as
No,
No,
it's
no,
on
no.
the nose. It's
No,
on the
it's
nose.
super like
Like
it's there.
hints
it's there,
on the
yeah.
nose.
It's just rich, like it's got like a butteriness to it.
Buttery,
It's like
so-
there's like the
Buttery.
I keep getting vanilla custard. That's a weird.
a little bit of spice there. Like it's not like a.
Not as spicy as that, but as you
That's what I mean. Like going
it's
off the back of that,
refined,
I expected it to be way hotter on the palate.
Yeah.
Like
Like
just
a Jimmy Seville side.
fucking stop that. It's mellowed in a way that's yeah, it's just nice. Like it's a really good palate. Like it's.
Would you prefer Prince Andrew or?
It came from nowhere. Like
I don't know where it came from. He almost spat it
Fucking-
out again.
That's
That's the police coming to get you.
right.
12. He's been
12.
some grooming going on here.
Here we go.
It came from you because the joke is that I'm explaining the joke now.
Here we go.
It's
Explain the
getting
joke,
fucking weird.
because
We joked that Jez is 12 years old, right? There was a chat where Jan had been talking to Jez and me, clearly.
At the same time.
Yeah, and then made a joke about me talking to Jez. That was the joke, for context. So why Jez keeps making this shitty joke.
yeah, but you were the one that messaged me and go, "Hey Jez, can I come around and look at your 12-year-old knob?" So like, I don't know. You didn't even know I had this bottle.
I've
until
been saying it
tonight.
for weeks. But
But for some reason, it didn't flag on the Interpol.
what's the Australian for AFP? That's it.
ASIO?
It's definitely not.
Well, it's
Weirdly, I feel like this one has a bigger body than this one.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a
It's
better
just like
body,
it's-
not a better body, but a bigger body.
I
Like
give you that, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's
We
way
don't
more
want them
spice
thick.
forward.
Yeah.
Like it's way more spicy. Like the palate feels hotter. Like I say, it feels a bit more unrefined, but it's not bad by any means. Like, it's still
No.
good. But this just feels like more mellowed. The oak comes through way more. Just mellows out that spice a little bit. Still sweet. I think they're still as sweet as each other. I don't think that's really any different.
yeah.
But
Okay, let me lay it up like this. So I think this bottle might have cost me $300 landed. That's just me roughly guessing. Just because like taxes and everything
Shipping.
else. Yeah. So and
Conversion
it's
tax
like,
and shipping.
is the easiest way to put this? Would you pay $300 for that?
Because this
If
is
you're
an
trying
$80
that-
to $90 bottle,
Yeah.
for the 9-year as well.
Yeah.
then yeah, now it's
Now
90.
90. Yeah.
So for more than 3 times the price to get the 3 extra years.
Yeah.
But like if you were in the US, like it's, I don't mean because the
Well,
difference.
$60
is
bucks.
like yeah, you buy it. I'm like, but in Australia, yeah, it's,
Yeah, $60 versus what, $30 to $40 for normal.
It's
over
just
there?
nice.
I think it was 50 because I
Oh,
paid
really?
$60 for the 120 single barrel wherever I left it. Yeah.
Oh, the other one.
Yeah. So like I paid $60 for that
'Cause we
stamped
used to
to
be
a
able-
thumbprint.
We used to be able to get the old ones here.
Yeah.
Fucking long one.
You can still I saw a bottle kicking around for
Oh,
110. Yeah.
There's still a few knocking about.
Yeah. So you can find it
Because they used to be 120 because it was a dollar per proof
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah, that's right. And it was like cracker. I'd buy that all day for 120. Think those suckers like at least 9 years old.
One thing I'd say about that is it's got a really long finish.
Mm.
Still good.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
just so much sweetness. Like that oak is really carrying. It's like super drying.
It's not super complex. I'm gonna
No.
say that it's not
Yeah.
super complex, but like
like if you
Very enjoyable.
if you could, like I said, if you could buy that for $60.
But that's the thing.
It's
It's
a
a $60 bottle.
Yeah.
That's
Comparing another $300 12 year that we've had recently, I'd buy that over Weller 12.
okay.
Oh,
Well, 12.
that's-
Over
Yeah,
Weller
so-
12,
yeah.
I'd buy that
Yeah, 1,000%.
yeah. Okay, I see that.
because
But
I'm
Weller
a
12 is
whole-
like crazy price for what it is.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we were paying what, $220 for it.
I paid first
Last time I
180,
paid-
then I paid 200, and then I
Yeah.
stopped after that. It was
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, 200 is like a stretch beyond that.
Yeah.
Like that, like it's like you know it's gonna be good though, right? Like not pre-12, you know after 9 years it's gonna be good. On the non-age 30 years, I'm like that's great. I'm like that just follows it. Like it just
Yeah.
feels like a. I'd be curious to see what the 15's like.
And the 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, does it just carry on mellowing out? And it goes from that kind of like spiciness that you get here to more just.
I might reach out to like US contacts and see if I can get samples sent over.
I'd love to see
Because like
that.
going from the NAS to the 9, so
Yeah.
you go to 6 to 9 here,
Yeah.
a 9, a 12, a 15, and an 18.
Yeah.
That progression would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
this clearly has more spice. It's a bigger body. You do get those accents.
Was that 18 at 100 proof?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be really interesting to put up against the AC, because that AC 18,
No, because that's not. Oh,
that's 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd just be like,
That's super overrated.
Oh, well, like even the. What's I say the 20 PVW.
oh yeah, okay.
You mean the worst bottle, right? The second
I
place. for the
love that
15.
bottle.
Or you should have brought it, and then we could have put it up against a 12 year. I don't know what one I probably
It'll be gone
preferred.
very soon. I'll bring it to polish it off.
Okay, done. Oh, we can. I'm sure we can make an episode
Because
out of
you
it.
missed out on at the Weller 107P. Because you were driving.
Yeah, I was driving. Yeah,
You had the
Well, I
15,
did-
but you didn't get the 20 or 20.
Oh yeah, but I love the 15. 15 just hits home. But we're not here to talk about Pappy, so like we could, but you know, it wouldn't do Knob Creek justice.
This.
So yeah, is there anything else we're kind of getting? We covered the nose, like it's just really sweet. Good amount of oak on it. Your pecan, a little nutty.
Yeah, I was gonna say you get that toasted nut on here.
Crazy uncle.
But on here, it smells more like raw peanuts. Like you get that.
Yeah, for sure. Like that's like way more bean forward than that.
Yeah.
Or like classic bean.
Yeah, classic bean.
I think you covered it perfect there, JC, where it was just like it is just refined. Like that extra allegedly 3 years in the bottle, even if we're talking about
An ass.
the NAS against it and say it hits just that 9 year mark.
Yeah.
A little bit more time refines it, mellows that out a little bit more.
Yeah. All those rough edges just gone.
It's
Which
gone.
is like for the most part it's great. I think
Great for 60,
Yeah.
not good for 300. But
100%.
on the flip side, order a case of them, obviously bring the cost down, but at the same time it's a key. Would stand up against Weller 12. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, like
I'd
Weller 12,
buy that
I'd buy
over
that
Weller
as Weller
12.
12.
Like just way more interesting. Like there's so much more on the palate.
Yeah.
Finish is way more because Weller 12 just drops off the cliff. I feel
Yeah.
like.
And at 45% for Weller 12, this
Yeah.
is 50%.
100 proof. Yeah.
90 versus 100.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I-
Well, it'll be interesting to see if the Fiends do a side-by-side, because this will be distributed amongst friends for everyone to enjoy. So thank you everyone from the Discord that is tuning into this episode too. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they have any Weller 12 to do a side-by-side.
But I think
Yeah.
the Turkey 12 at
Oh,
101,
and then everyone's got a Turkey 12 as well by the sound of things, because we were trying to help everyone out where we could.
And if you get that for 150, even if you get 180,
That-
I'm like,
the Turkey.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's still
The
a
retail,
good
at retail 120, there is not a better
Well,
buy.
I've got two here,
I would agree with that.
so yeah, it's cracker.
But like I say, if we
Well,
could get
150, I was going to purchase it.
Yeah.
Rather than fucking say something, because it wasn't in the system.
That's
Which
fine.
it was, because you.
Yeah, I
the sister
was
stuff.
able to. Well, if I duck back down the coast, I'd be able to.
Yeah, I'll be able to do it too.
Yeah, perfect.
I just think that, like the frustrating thing about this is if it's sold in Australia, I think it would do really well.
Yeah.
Like if you get that for 200, say your worst case, like or like
Yeah.
top end of it.
No, well,
Or you said,
Bean
like-
wouldn't do that. Like in
No, I
Australia,
know,
Bean's very cheap.
I know they
Yeah.
wouldn't, but like as in if they did and they were like not Creek 12, dropping at
Yeah.
$200, like I think that's not well.
I think we'd see it at 150.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
completely honest.
This is
'cause
now
that's
100 or 90 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we sell that for 150,
120, 150 for that easy.
all day.
that takes over at the minute. Like, apart from the Turkey 12, I can't think
Limited
of anything.
release, 1,000 bottles.
Maybe Old Forester 1920, but again, it's a lot younger, so you're like, oh, but you know what I mean? Like, it's to me that would have at 150 to 180 a really good place in the market.
Yeah.
And like I say, I just really hope that it eventually makes its way back here because it's.
I get this like.
Well, 2020 was like when it made April 2020 was when it made its permanent line extension in the US. So obviously it takes a little bit longer for Australia to finally get bottles. Obviously it's 2 years in shipping across the globe, but like in the middle of COVID as well, it kind of makes it hard to move bottles. I didn't see. Yeah, fair. No, but move bottles. Move bottles globally. Because,
on local shelves though.
No. Like
prices went fucking up.
100%. So they can hit a dick. But on the flip side of that, like, it's good to see that I guess our partner brands are actually moving bottles. So
Beam Centauri / CCEP could definitely bring that in.
I agree.
Definitely. So.
Yeah. So let's hope Dre pushes this up to an exec and they hear us talking shit and actually see a bottle here. And if any execs reach out to me and they go, hey, I want a sample, if there's any left over, I'm happy to, flick it over to them and go, hey, push this. Because I reckon it'd stand out. You guys are spot on.
It's got this nice clove note now as well. Like, it's just good.
Yeah.
I'd pay $150 all day every day. Like, I'd pay $150 all day every turkey. I'd pay $180 for the turkey. I'd probably pay up to $180 as well.
And that was funny I mentioned that because it was like I'd pay like $200 for that turkey
if we didn't know
that what the retail was, because Campari is so honest.
And the turkey's so good. And this.
It'd be interesting to stack that up against it. Like, I reckon we could do a side by side with them.
I reckon that could come. I reckon they compete. I reckon they're in the same.
I think they.
I don't think the worlds apart.
No.
Like, I think they're pretty close.
My memory of the 101 12 year is better. And I think doing it side by side would definitely.
Yeah. It'd show it. So yeah, if you guys manage to do that before I crack the bottle, let me know.
I'll be buying one next week.
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
Right. Well.
Cheers.
So we'll break it down to the buy barrel pass. Was there anything that kind of stood out for you guys that would make you want to buy a bottle if it was retail here for a sweet price of say $150, $200?
I just think for me, it sits above, like when you think of like bottles from 80 to 120, this sits above it in age, but I think a little bit in quality as well. Like through, to me, it's just a better quality bottle.
Well, the only 120-ish bottle that I would say is better is the 1924 Forester.
Yeah.
But that also went up to 150 and even some places for 200.
And you can never rely on when you get it.
And that's like we see it and we're sitting at 115 at the moment. So 140 in.
But like in terms of other things, like because this would be just as available as Booker's, Baker's,
of course,
which you can still see sitting on shelves.
I still see like 19, 2020 releases sitting on shelves.
Like I said, it did drop this at 150 to 200. I think it does really well.
Yeah, 100%.
If it was cheaper, then this would outsell that because, again, that's 90 to 100 now because it's pretty much $1 per proof.
Yeah.
And this, I would pay the extra. If it was 120, I'd pay the extra $20. If it was 150, I'd pay the extra $50.
Well, if that drops at 120, it's an immediate buy, like 100%.
Okay, so on the flip side of that, we'll start seeing we've seen Clive Mays release at like 200, 250. So that's Pinnacle Drinks bringing it in. So Dan Murphy's.
Again, the 13 is at 60. The 15 was at. What was 15 at? Oh, you've got it here, don't you?
Yeah, I've got it here. Oh. So we are 112. So
112.
56.
So slightly older, higher proof, both of them.
Yeah.
And 200, a 13-year MGP.
Well, I'd be interested. Yeah, okay.
I'm going to buy it.
If I have any juice left over after the lads get sampled out, I might even do a side-by-side just against all of them.
See how it goes.
Maybe that's a Fiends tasting next week. We'll see how we go. But yeah, what do you think, guys?
I'd buy.
If we assume the
up
price
to 200, I'd buy. Anything over 200.
Yeah, okay.
Like if we assume that it drops and it becomes somewhere between 150 and 200,
yeah,
I'd buy.
Yeah.
I agree.
220, you could push me, same as like a Weller 12 at 220. I'd be pushed to 12.
Yeah.
300.
No, 300 is a dance.
Yeah.
To try
like
it.
300 for the 15, I'm like, then I'd buy.
Yeah.
But 300 for the 12, no.
No.
But like 300 split
Epstein isn't
between
even paying those prices.
7 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 pours of that. Yeah, okay. Whatever the number is.
Yeah. It's so good. I'm so happy with that price too.
Yeah.
Like 3 pours at 65, depending on shipping. Because if Beast ends up getting one, it's going to be like $9 on shipping. So like 100 mils. Love you, Beast, but fuck.
You suck.
And same with Dave too.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave. I might have to just
live on the East Coast.
Yeah,
live on the East Coast.
Come close and like I don't know, we'll just drink together and I'll become an alcoholic again. But that's maybe why my marriage fell apart. Anyway, there we go. We're waiting for it. So yeah, we might wrap it up there, boys. Obviously, a buy from.
You alright?
That's just.
I was not expecting that.
Really?
That was a self burn, not like a.
No. Like I'm here for the. If I can't, like self depreciate myself, like you guys won't do it. So.
I think we have.
Yeah.
Well and truly.
Yeah, it's fair.
I love the nose of this. I'm sorry.
That's good.
It's so good.
I like it. It's a good episode.
So let's hope you guys end up getting a sample. Obviously, we'll film the other bit of this, but yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you, to you boys for joining me.
Thank you
Obviously,
for getting this in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
That's all right. Thank you for, I guess, playing with my 12-year-old knob.
Anytime.
Please, AFP, don't watch this and let me know, because I'm going to be unemployed soon. You guys obviously covered what you do with it.
Yeah, buy.
Perfect.
Well, buy with caveats, depending on the price.
Yeah, depending on price.
Obviously, it's hard, like, because it doesn't exist in the Australian market, and obviously I bought it, so
We can split it.
you know, I guess we'll split it
Well,
3 ways.
if I get a call.
Here we go. You want to split a 12-year-old knob 3 ways? I don't think
6
that'll
ways.
fly. 6 ways.
7 ways? How many people
Well,
get a taste of the knob?
It's 6, but like if we picked up a bottle, I guess there's plenty of knob to go around. There's plenty of 12-year-old knob to go around. Let's say that.
There is, and there's plenty of juice inside that 12-year-old knob, so like it can split.
Okay, you got me. That's good. Good from you. I like that. And I'm gonna say this off camera actually. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. A, to everyone playing at home, I appreciate you. B, Discord community, I love you. Thank you for jumping on this because I'm happy to share this amongst friends. And 3, thank you to you beautiful fuckers for coming on as well. Happy to share this stuff with you guys because you make it interesting, and I can't tell jokes just to myself and make myself giggle because I seem like a crazy person.
You do that.
So
Yeah.
fair. It's all quality gear. But anyway, thank you, love you. I'm Jez. That is. I was working out what way to do it, but I was going to try and go for a burn, but I'm like, no, because I love him. So JC, I was thinking about it. I was like halfway through, I'm like, oh, no, I won't, because I already did it enough. JC, aka Jack, and the bottle, and there is the beautiful... No, he's not really beautiful, he's ugly as fuck, but I do love the haircut, it's nice.
Yeah, it's the
fresh
hair
cuts.
on your hand now.
I
It's
don't-
literally fresh.
Oh, actually,
it's literally fresh.
Fresh cuts for the sluts, but we do love Sims, so hopefully she isn't watching. I really hope you got the use out of that $900, but no one knows at home, so that is Jacob, aka Gloucester Lane. Thank you all for playing, love you. I'm Jez, stay thirsty. These are the Whiskey Fiends. Peace!